Hi guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is take a spoolie brush and I'm just going to brush my brow hairs into place. Then I'm going to take MAC's Dip Down and I'm just going to outline the top and the bottom of my brows just to create the shape that I want, and then I'm going to go back in and fill that in. Brow powder duo, and I like to use the lighter shade towards the front just to add a more natural appearance. Then to outline, I'm going to take MAC Select Cover Up in NC45, and I'm also using MAC's concealer brush, and I believe it's a 195 brush, just to outline my brows. And this is also going to cover up any mistakes you made. And then I'm going to take a blending brush and just blend out that concealer. And then I'm going to do the same to the top of my brows. And then I'm going to take LA Girl's Pro Concealer in the shade Orange, and I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation around my mouth, so I'm just going to buff in this concealer just to offset that discoloration. For a foundation, I'm going to be using my usual, which is NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. It's such a long name, but I'm going to use the shade Macao, and I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender. To highlight, I'm going to go in with MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer in the shades NC42, and I like to mix those two shades together because it gives me the perfect tone. It's not too light and not too dark. And then I'm just going to apply that with my damp beauty blender. Then I'm going to contour my nose, and I'm going to take Ben Nye's Cream Foundation in the shade Dark Cocoa, and I'm just applying this with a small brush. This brush is from Real Techniques, and I am just outlining my nose, and then I'm going to blend that in with my damp beauty blender again. To set my concealer, I'm going to go in with Laura Mercier's Translucent Powder, and this is my favorite setting powder, and I'm just going to apply this with a blush brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. Then to add a little bit more coverage, I'm going to go in with MAC's Studio Fix Powder in the shade NC50, but I'm going to use a really fluffy light brush so that it's not too heavy, and I'm going to go in with that. Then I'm going to take MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep, and I'm going to use this with an angled contour brush from MAC as well to contour. Then I like to take Bobbi Brown's pressed powder in the shade Golden Orange, and I'm just going to go over lightly my highlighted areas just to add more of a yellow tone to those areas so that it blends better with my foundation and my contour. Then for blush, I'm going to take my favorite. This is Sweet as Cocoa from MAC, and I'm just applying this with a blush brush from MAC as well. To highlight, I'm going to take Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop, and I'm going to apply this with a small fluffy brush. And I actually got this brush in a little set from TJ Maxx. And then I'm going to go over that with my favorite MAC Global Glow, and I'm going to also apply that to my Cupid's bow, right underneath my lip, and also down the bridge of my nose into my forehead. And you definitely don't want to look too highlighted because you will look like a Tin Man. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to go over all of those highlighted areas just to blend everything in. For my eyes, I'm going to take MAC's Paint Pot and I'm going to take the shade Groundwork, and I'm just applying this to the lids. And this is what I'm going to use for a base. And then I'm going to take Anastasia's Renaissance palette and I'm going to use the shade Burnt Orange as my transition shade, and I'm just applying this with a blending brush. Then I'm going to take the shade Realgar and I'm also applying this slightly above the transition shade just to add a little bit of warmth to the look. And then I'm going to make the look a little bit smoky, so I'm going to take the shade Cypress Umber with a tapered blending brush, and I'm just applying this into the crease, and I'm also taking it to the outer corners in a V shape. And then I'm just using a clean blending brush just to blend out any harsh lines. I want to do a slight cut crease, so I'm going to go in with MAC's Carbon eyeshadow just to darken the look a little bit more and create that cut crease. And then for my lid, I'm going to take another paint pot and I'm going to use MAC's Painterly, and I'm just going to cut my crease with this. Then on top of that, I'm going to take the shade Golden Ochre and I'm going to apply that to the lid right on top of that paint pot. Then to highlight under my brows, I'm going to take the shade Primavera, and this is a really pretty shimmery shade, and I'm just going to blend that out so that it doesn't look too harsh underneath the brows. Next, I'm going to smoke it out and I'm going to take the shade Cypress Umber and I'm applying that right underneath. And then I'm going to align my eyes with the same angled brush that I use for my brows. And I'm going to go in with Inglock's number 77 gel liner. For mascara, I'm going to take Maybelline's Big Shot Mascara, and I like to apply this before I put on my lashes because I like to use reusable lashes, so I don't want to get a lot of mascara on my lashes. Then to line my eyes, I'm going to go in with my favorite. This is Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and the video is moving faster than I can talk. And then for lashes, I'm going to use my Grace Beauty Mink lashes, and this is in the style Polka, and these are my favorite lashes. I don't have the box because I reuse these all the time, so I'm just going to throw those on. And then I'm also going to add some mascara, which I already did, to my bottom lashes. For my lips, I'm going to use Fenty Beauty's Stunna lip paint in the shade Uncensored, and this is a beautiful red shade, and I use this on my clients a lot. It looks great on all skin tones, and it has a unique type of brush, but I actually do like it. It applies the lip color perfectly, and it's really easy to use. And that is the final look. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any suggestions for more tutorials, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time.